You've been carrying more than you realize. Every day you wake up and move forward. You get dressed, you answer the emails, you show up in conversations. You smile when someone asks, "How are you?" And you say, "I'm okay." But you're not okay. Not really. You've been tired. Not tired like I need a nap tired, but tired in your soul. A kind of fatigue that no amount of coffee touches. A kind of silence that lives beneath your thoughts. And maybe you don't even know what to call it. But I do. It's burnout, and it creeps in quietly, until one day, everything inside you just goes still. You don't explode. You don't fall apart dramatically. You just fade, slowly, like a song losing volume, like light dimming in a room where no one noticed the switch. But I noticed, and I'm here, not to fix you, not to lecture you, but to simply sit beside you. So let's take a breath together. Let's talk, softly, about the 5 signs you may be burned out, without even realizing it. And maybe, along the way, you'll remember how to come back to yourself. 1. Everything feels blurry, flat, or far away. You've been here before, haven't you? Waking up in the morning, not with dread, but with nothing. Not joy, not even sadness. Just a fog. You brush your teeth, you get dressed, you respond to that one message you've been avoiding, but you're not really in it. It's like you're watching your own life from behind glass. You remember what it felt like to care, to be excited, to laugh without forcing it. But now, it's like trying to taste food with a cold. You can go through the motions, but the flavor's gone. This is the first sign, the absence of feeling. And maybe you've started to believe that this is your new normal, that you've grown up, that life is just duller now. But I want to tell you, gently and truthfully, this isn't who you are. This is a warning, a low battery indicator on your emotional dashboard. Burnout often begins as emotional numbness, a quiet shutting down of the parts of you that used to feel alive. It's your brain trying to protect itself from sensory overload by turning down the volume on everything. But you're not broken. You're just tired. And the fact that you noticed this fog means your clarity is still there, waiting beneath it. 2. The smallest things start to irritate you. It didn't used to be like this. You were patient, understanding. You could handle noise, interruptions, surprises. But now it feels like you're always this close to snapping. A phone buzzing, a coworker's question, a spoon dropped on the floor. It's not that the world got louder. It's that your mind lost its insulation. Burnout strips away your ability to buffer. Your emotional tolerance becomes paper thin. You might find yourself thinking, "Why am I so reactive lately?" Or maybe you're not reacting outwardly. Maybe you're just simmering on the inside. A constant low-level irritation, like an app running quietly in the background, draining your energy. And then comes the shame. Because you know these things aren't that bad, but they feel bad. And then you feel bad for feeling bad. Let me remind you something tender and true. You are not a bad person. You are not dramatic. You are not too much. You're a nervous system on overdrive. You're a heart that's been beating too fast for too long, and everything inside you is whispering, "Please, let me rest." 3. You sleep, but you don't feel rested. You're in bed more these days. Earlier, later, longer. Or maybe you toss and turn. 2 a.m. becomes familiar. You've started counting hours of sleep like coins in a jar, trying to save up enough to feel okay. But even on days you sleep 8, 9, 10 hours, you still wake up exhausted. Why? Because rest is not just sleep, and burnout doesn't just live in your schedule, it lives in your nervous system. Even while your body lies still, your mind is still spinning. solving, worrying, performing in dreams, processing what you never got a chance to feel during the day. You may not remember your dreams, but you feel the weight of them. This is more than being tired. This is your body trying to heal from wounds it never got to name. And if all you've done today is survive the morning, I'm proud of you. I really am. Because even exhaustion is a form of resistance. It's your body saying, no more. So listen, not just by sleeping longer, but by resting softer, by removing the armor, by allowing yourself to stop without guilt. 4. You don't recognize yourself anymore. There was a time when you had things, not big things, little things. The song that made you dance while brushing your teeth. The walk you took to nowhere in particular. The notebook filled with doodles or dreams. And now, you don't remember the last time you did something, just for the joy of it. You've become efficient. You've become dependable. You've become everything the world needed. But somewhere along the way, you stopped being you. Burnout doesn't just drain your energy. It erodes your identity, piece by piece, quietly. Until one day, you look in the mirror and feel like a stranger. But I see you. I see the softness that still lives in your voice. I see the spark, buried, maybe, but not gone. I see the you beneath the doing, and maybe tonight, you light a candle, or play that song, or stare at the ceiling and just exist. That too is healing. That too is a way back. 5. You avoid people, even the ones you love. You don't reply right away. You leave messages unread. Phone calls ring out unanswered. And not because you don't care, but because you don't have the energy to pretend, to explain, to carry a conversation when your own thoughts feel too heavy. You used to reach out first. You used to make plans. You used to check in on people, even strangers. Now, you've gone quiet. But not because you want to disappear. You just want to rest without being asked to perform. This is the loneliest part of burnout, and the most misunderstood. Because how do you explain to someone that silence feels safer than interaction? That love doesn't hurt, but responding does. Let me say this to you. You are still lovable. Even in your quiet. You are still enough. Even when you cancel. You are still you. Even when you're resting in the dark. And when you're ready, not a moment before, connection will wait for you. Not with questions, not with expectations, but with presence. Like this one, right now, you and me, still breathing, still here. The ending. A soft return to self. Let's take one more breath. In through your nose, hold, and let it go. Slowly. Again. Slower this time. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let your chest expand, and your belly rise, and your thoughts float. You don't have to fix anything tonight. You don't need a plan. You don't need to prove you're better now. You just need to rest, to be here, to be still. I want you to know, with everything in me, you are not broken. You are not failing. You are not alone. You are tired. So deeply, achingly tired. And that makes perfect sense. I'm proud of you for noticing, for listening, for staying with yourself this long. So tonight, wrap yourself in a blanket of kindness. Speak to yourself as you would a child. Say, I'm here. I see you. I've got you. Let the world spin without you for a little while. It'll be okay. And when you're ready, not now, not soon, just when, you'll return to yourself. Not the old version, but a gentler one. One who knows that rest is sacred, that silence is healing, that burnout was never the end, just a pause before the light begins again. You are healing, you are worthy, and you are still here. Shh. Rest now.